Heidi-ho, people. It's Lisa Loring. Thank you for joining me. So today is August 5th. I did a reading last night that kind of covered the 5th and the 6th, a little bit into Friday. So we'll see what's going on. I've got a few decks out here, a bunch in the house. But we're going to go with these ones today. I've got the Rider-Waite again, but I also have the Crystal Visions Tarot. I forgot I even had this deck. I just kind of got it recently. I haven't really worked with it a lot. But it's one that I used to, there was an oracle card reader I listened to a long time ago who used to work with that one a lot. I loved the way she read at that time, and I loved that she used this deck a lot. Anyway, so we're going to work on the energies for today and tomorrow. I don't know that I'm going to get a reading in tomorrow because I am going back to work temporarily, and I have another appointment in the afternoon, so my day is going to be just kind of, it is what it's going to be. But I'll be back on Saturday. Anyway, so this will definitely be a reading that covers today and tomorrow, the remainder of the energy for today and then the energy for tomorrow. So I loved yesterday's reading, and I keep kind of meditating on it. That's the nice thing. And my friend Scarlett, shout out to Scarlett Vella, the depiction of on Instagram, follow her, she's awesome. She said that she really liked that I thought about using the tarot as a meditation tool, and that is what it is. Like, I continue to meditate on the cards long after I've done the reading, and different things kind of come up for me. So for instance, I kept thinking about that Four of Cups card and the energies that are going on today, and that's also like our resistance. I brought that up in the reading itself, but it's also, it's like, what are we're so set on things being a certain way. We really get this idea that if we don't have things a certain way, we don't want it. We won't take what's on offer, even if it's this amount. So, like, I always loved this, I can't remember her name. It might have been Tiffany Peterson, shout out to her, who talked about, like, finding the love of her life, put it that way. And she couldn't quite get there with, whatever she was doing in her relationships with the people she was meeting. But what she discovered is that, the love that she had for her cat was actually the love of her life. So she was constantly coming from this place of lack in her life, that love didn't exist. But then when she realized that this love actually did exist in her life, all of a sudden the lens shifted, the whole thing changed, and she understood that actually the love that she wanted already existed, and then the more specific kind of love started to come toward her in the way that she really wanted. And then love for that cat helped her to kind of define and create understanding about what it was that she really wanted. So there's the concept. So, yes, I love you so much. Love you from Austin, Texas. And if you're in Austin, Texas, come see me. Come hang out on the patio. We can do a reading. And if you want a personal reading remotely, I can do that for you online as well. Just hit me up, lisa.loring@gmail.com. Lisa.loring, L-O-R-I-N as in Nancy, G, @gmail.com. Let's do the reading. Okay, you know what? Let's just do the Crystal Visions. This is where my heart's wanting to go. Crystal Visions. I'm going to angle the card down, the thing down here. Just for my coffee. Let's do the reading. Ooh, hi. My little elephant just dropped off. I'm going to knock on the cards 3 times. It's the general kind of thing if you haven't worked with a deck in a while. Or if you, hey, how are you, Jillian?
Fine,
good. To clear out any energies that are hanging out in the cards. My crystals. Speaking of crystals, my crystal fam's with me today. So Crystal Visions Tarot, thank you for being with us today. Thank you, angels, archangels, all entities of the purest white light surround this reading. We're already Ah, look what came up again, the Temperance card. Taking a measured approach. Look at all of those awesome butterflies around her. I did bring the Butterfly Oracle card deck out today. We'll definitely read from that. Lotus flowers are rooted in the muck of the pond. You know that, right? And they bloom into these amazing blossoms. A lot of pink in this card today. Pink and green are the colors of the heart chakra. So listen to your heart, and as you kind of weigh things back and forth about what it is your heart wants, what makes your heart take wing. Very similarly to the Rider-Waite deck, she has a rising sun behind her. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that comes off real well in the camera. And again, she has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot out. She's really looking at all of her options. She's really making consideration. And one thing I didn't mention on the reading yesterday was about how the card of Temperance is not only the card of taking a measured approach to things, looking at things from a broader perspective, mixing things. It's alchemy. Like where do things mix up well for you? What do you feel drawn to? This is definitely a card of alchemy. Like she's mixing things like you would in a chemistry experiment. Like where is the chemistry starting for you? Where are you starting to feel that? So that card closed out that reading for us yesterday. This one's actually closing. This is bringing it in. This is kind of starting off our reading today. So that energy is still here, and it's right up in front and center. And where is the energy starting to? Where are you being drawn to? And what are you ignoring? Like she's kind of looking down. She's not really got cognizant of the butterflies. Like there's something trying to get her attention. They want to be added to the mix. The card of Temperance also is not only about divine timing, it's divine support, divine ordinance. What is divine in your life? Where is that God consciousness, that faith, broad faith, taking a leap of faith? There's that Fool card that came up at the beginning of the week. Go back and look at that reading. Whoa, what else do we have here? Crystal vision cards. Again, angels, all archangels of the purest white light. My angels, my guides, guides of the collective. What are the blessed messages? What are the blessed messages that you have here for us today? What's the wisdom? What's the guidance? What are the beautiful energies we can work with? How can we work and be our highest, most bright selves? What messages can help us look up and out at the things that are on offer, that want to come in? Wheel of Fortune. So this is the second major arcana card. Okay, we keep getting a lot of major arcana this week. These are not temporary energies. And don't let that scare you. These are energies that are huge signposts, huge life changes. How can you change your fortune? And if you look around, she's got rainbows that she's creating. She's creating rainbows. There is a beautiful, in the story in the Bible, in the story, of Noah, like God created this rainbow at the end. And whether you believe in God or whatnot, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever that higher being is, that there's always there's a promise here that's being created. If you just bring in, you just look around at you. So she's looking down. The angel last night was actually looking up and around. This one's looking down. She's really, really focused on what she's doing. But if she's too focused, she's going to miss these other opportunities that are coming in the form of these butterflies. The opportunity to transform. That's butterfly energy. And when you do that, so we've got another lotus here at the very base of this Wheel of Fortune. Like what is so rooted for you that can help you turn? What's really at the base of what your true desires are? Because when they are, when you figure that out, you're going to be able to turn this wheel. And the Wheel of Fortune is coming in upright, the number 10 card. A lot of green in here. So again, that heart chakra, got a lot of green, a lot of pink, but that's kind of par for the course with this deck anyway. What is it? Kind of purity. The lotus flower is that kind of commonly accepted symbol of purity, of peace, That purity came up again in those jasmines that the kids had in the Six of Cups card last night. That jasmine is a sign of purity. The lotus flower is too. It's of peace, it's of purity, it's of divine wisdom. Again, divine wisdom is coming, again coming up, back up in that temperance card. Tap into your divinity. Neptune's in retrograde and the moon is crossing Neptune today. So again, we're really in our subconscious, in our considerations. Connect up with your higher, wiser self. Neptune represents that. It's the shape of an antenna. So that's its glyph. But it's pulling in energies from God, from Spirit, from the divine, whatever that means for you. What are the blessed energies here? Ooh, wild cards. Okay, so we're going to take this. Six of Pentacles came up today, but the Eight of Swords is also there. I don't know. We're going to let that come out. And then the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, again, this came up again. Actually, no. These six cards keep coming up. This is the Six of Pentacles. We had the Six of Cups yesterday. So the Six of Cups is about, something that's on offer, something that's of emotional, something that we do want in our emotions, to be open to the emotions that are coming in, the feelings, and to, with your openness to looking at what's on offer. So again, we have these butterflies. Look up and around you, open to transforming something. Take your time getting there, but definitely don't ignore it, because the Six of Pentacles is now here. I'm working with the Crystal Visions deck today. I like this. I know. I got that one.
Hey, what is this, Labradorite? You should get this.
I got it last week. It's not for here. It's for here for now.
Oh, where's it for?
It's here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, crystal sidebar. Yeah, Labradorite. Anyway, so the Six of Pentacles card is about, accepting, being in a receptive mode again. So we have the Six of Cups, again, being in a super receptive mode, because you're in the suit of cups, right? And in the suit of cups, you have these open chalices that are being offered, that are generally part of that, part of the features of, one of the features of that deck. And so being open as a chalice, to be in that receptive mode, for something to come in and something to go be poured out, right? In and out, in and out, in and out. So the Six of Pentacles card is generally a card of almsgiving, and I think I talked about this in another video. But these are being, what is, so this comes in as the concrete. So yesterday it came through as in the cups and in the emotions and in the feelings. Today it's coming through in something really concrete. It's coming in as the material. The Suit of Pentacles is about what is the material. What's actually here on this plane that's being offered. It's no joke. Now, you've gone from like emotions and feelings and just this kind of like this world of water. But even in such a watery deck as the Crystal Visions Tarot, now it's coming up really solid. And she's like in a Garden of Eden. Can you look around at what's on offer as being actually, you just landed in the Garden of Eden? You just landed in heaven. Maybe you're at the beginning of heaven. It's not quite the heaven you expected. But there it is, and there that energy comes through of our man at the end there too. The Three of Wands, who's the plans have changed. Can you notice that they've changed? Or are you going to be in that Four of Cups from yesterday, right? That upside down Four of Cups, like refusing to see anything. Even our Temperance card, she's not worth looking up. Like she's taking her time for sure, but she needs to probably look up and notice that there are some butterflies coming in. And here we've got the birds coming in. So now the birds now it's gone from butterflies to birds. So you see the solidity of what's happening here. It's coming in, whether you want it or not. How can you transform it? Well, this came out with it, right? The Eight of Swords. Are you binding yourself? Are you blinding yourself? Are you tying yourself up? You letting those birds tie you up? I mean, honestly, these are just imaginary fears. That came up as well. Don't let the fear get you. You have some really good ideas. You've got a lot of stuff on offer here. You've got transformation in the form of those butterflies. You've got chemistry. You're creating something here. Yeah, you're taking your time, but you've got wings here. You can take flight. You don't have to be here. This is a terrible card. She's not even that tightly bound. She can like get out of that. But that's a terrible snowy place. But she's not unclothed. She's got a dress on. And it's not even like some skimpy thing. She's definitely, you know, she can get out of that. This is all, the Suit of Swords is all in the mind. These are thoughts and your attitudes. Those are changeable. You change this and you got all of this, like, again, this is another Garden of Eden. Then you turn the Wheel of Fortune to something that's, yeah, 7 of Pentacles. So instead, like I said, at the bottom of the deck, you got the 7 of Pentacles. And you've got the Death card. So, you know, and the 7 of Cups, choices. So, you know, don't let the boogeyman, even the boogeyman's got butterflies here. And he's got the Ankh. He's got the symbol of eternal life. He's got wings. This is just an illusion. Your seeds are well planted. Go and turn around and take these 6 of Pentacles that you're being given. She's pulling on grapes. This isn't an imaginary land. Your seeds are well planted. You know what you're doing. You know what to do. And it's just a matter of waiting a little bit. But in the waiting, yep, we can get tricked. We can get tricked by our thoughts and the boogeyman. But these are all, look at all of these good cards. She's riding on, you know, on the rainbow there. There's that rainbow again. This is God's promise. This is the divine promise of a better day. Yeah, rainbows and light. It's all a matter of perspective. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Come on, man. Just saying. All right, so speaking of butterflies, we got butterflies all over the place. Let's keep the butterfly party going. Yeah? Yes. All right, yeah, no more, that 8 of Swords. Hey, you know, that kind of came out. I almost didn't let it. But we have to be honest, right? Because there's both sides. It's in the sweetness and light. We do need to acknowledge that things suck, and there are things that we have to get over. But we can either stay in that we can stay there in that kind of mindset. You know, you can acknowledge it, but there's no reason to stay stuck in that or to let fear overrun you. You pick. You get to pick. You do get to pick. But I see a lot of great cards on this table. And I know what I'm picking. All right, butterflies, what do we got? What do we got? Butterflies. Well, this one wants to come out. Courage. Have courage. Because it does suck when you are stuck in fear. I don't mean to make light of that or belittle that I've been there many, many times myself. Fear that literally paralyzes you and makes you think that this is where you are going to be forever. This is where you are going to be forever. I've been there, but there's these calla lilies. Look at those. And I don't know what this means in the Latin. I'll have to look that up. Calla lilies. Let's look at the calla lilies. I'm always drawn to the flowers. I love flowers. Just in case you didn't know. Breezy today. Calla lily meaning. Named after the Greek word for beautiful. Because of this story, some associate the calla lily with Venus and thus with lust and sexuality. However, the most common meaning for calla lilies is purity, holiness, and faithfulness. Virgin Mary is her, depicted with the Virgin Mary. Oh, she's in the house. So calla lilies, purity, holiness. And that purity theme coming through. Where can you start over again at a place of purity? To get rid of the thoughts, to get rid of the crap, the stuff that, you know, has been gone by, done. Old attitudes, old ways of looking at things. Like, she doesn't even want to look at this stuff anymore. That's why she's got a blindfold on her face, on her eyes. She's like, I'm so sick of looking at this shit. If I look at it one more time, I'm just going to throw myself down and die. So take the blindfolds off. Just look at things anew if you can. And you know what? Maybe only it's a small amount that you can do. Look at one thing in your life today in a new way. And you start to shift that chemistry and choose to look at 2 things tomorrow in a new way and 3 things the day after that. Maybe you backtrack and you go back to 1, but keep choosing to look at least one thing in your life from a perspective of gratitude, from a perspective of joy, from fresh new eyes. Have the courage to do that. It takes courage to look away from death and what looks like destruction, looks like a destructive path, and see it in a new light, see your life in a new light, and step up into the sun. Again, I know it's not a sun, but again, I'm feeling like that sun. Like, can you take that yellow color is, recruiting the chakra, the solar plexus chakra, that place of our willpower to dig in deep. And the sacral, the solar plexus is our gut instinct. That's the spot of our gut instinct. And sometimes it's wiggly, and sometimes we feel like we can't take courage. We don't think that we deserve all of this beauty in our life. We don't deserve to turn the wheel of fortune. We don't think we have the strength. This is like the strength card, right? To turn the wheel of fortune. Divine timing is here. Divine wisdom, divine ordinance has come in and says there is a new day for you. It's going to happen. It's happening. Can you look up and see it? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that today, and that's probably going to be it for tomorrow unless I can come in and do a late night one. I love you.